you expect to see in a competition in about 1988 to 1990? Give it just an overview of what their system might be like and what they were playing and how they were judged, because it's changed quite a bit.
Well, back in those days, of course, you would see a sub enclosure. A lot of the speakers in the beginning, and I think we'll probably be talking about driver sensitivity and things like that later in the program. But
yes,
you could expect to see like polypropylene subwoofers, so they had like that plastic clear look to them. A lot of in Texas anyway, pickups had kicker boxes. You guys actually developed the kicker box, and then a lot of custom installs made boxes that look like that were designed, for the subs. So you could see 2 or 4 subs. There'd be speakers in the kick panel, just a lot of the things that you would see today. I think in those days, the competition vehicles were a lot more musical. So the vehicles were daily drivers. You didn't really, before DB drag racing, and before, other than like the Terminator and a couple of other vehicles, most cars were daily drivers. So people would they'd put in systems that they could listen to at high levels, and then they would use that very same vehicle for competition. Only later, as like the sound off events became really, really serious, did we start seeing the purpose-built competition vehicles, that are made just for competition. They're not really driven. So a lot less power. Power was expensive. In fact, not many people made big amps. I remember, Rockford Fosgate came out with that Power 1000, which is a 4-channel, 250 watts RMS per channel at ILS. So you could bridge it, but only into like a 4 ohm load. But that was a Class A/B amp. So it was a good sounding amplifier. In those days, we were still focused on the quality of the sound, not making inverters to drive speakers. I mean, some of the stuff that's out there today, I mean, I don't know how you can even call it an audio amplifier. That's just my personal take on it. But, those amps, I think the Power 1000 was like $2,600, and, and it wasn't super efficient, 50-60% efficient. So you had to have a big electrical system. This is before high output alternators. So sometimes people with these big systems, they would have multiple batteries. They would, like in my case, I used like a alternator that was made for an ambulance, emergency vehicle. A lot of handmade peripherals. So, the bus bars, the wiring, you couldn't go online, and there wasn't online. So let's be real.
No.
You had to fabricate.
Exactly.
So there was a lot of craftsmanship, and I saw some beautiful installs. I remember at the 1984 finals, there was a Zapco van that came in from California. And man, I thought that install was just amazing, So, even though it was a long time ago and you couldn't buy things over the shelf, there was still a lot of creativity and a lot of innovation. Some of the products that were developed actually became commercialized later on, like the stiffening cap thing and the bus bar thing. I was using bus bars in the Regal in 1984. And that was something that I had seen when I was working on two-way radios at one of my jobs. The power systems and backup power supplies use those bus bars. So, yeah, it was interesting. And, even at some of those IASCA finals, the installs were beautiful. Just really motorized amp racks and stuff. I mean, it was amazing for the time.